Hey everybody, it's Dina Rica with the Creativity Cave. I'm thrilled to be stamping with you today, as I always am. And I think I have kind of a fun project to share with you today that's a little bit different. I've been doing so much fall and Christmas stuff lately, I needed to take just a teensy bit of a little break and share with you something fun. Our theme is thankfulness, and so I think these are fun, easy, quick cards that you can make for anybody, and as if you put them together, you can make a nice gift out of them. So let me show you the basic supplies that I'm using. I have some kind of fun, happy colors, but I've toned them down a little bit by using some gray ink as my background, smoky slate. You could also warm them up by changing the background to crumb cake or another neutral color like Sahara sand, just to kind of change things up. And that would give you, crumb cake especially, would give you kind of a warmer look, whereas this is a cooler look. But the supplies are very simple. I'm using the Thoughtful Banners stamp set, and I love this set because it has so many different words. It has the cool strip stamp that I'm using for the background here, as well as several choices of banners to use on top of the flowers. And the flowers, or flower, comes from the stamp set Crazy About You. This was out a few years ago, and many of you have this if you've been around stamping for a while. I love this flower, and it coordinates nicely with the flower medallion punch. And then the other thing is there's also a punch for the banners. Both of them are on one punch, which is pretty cool. And I like this too because there's no die cutting. While I love my Big Shot and use it every day, all the time, absolutely, sometimes it's nice to not have to die cut things. So let me share with you how easy this card comes together, because it really is quite simple. And then I will show you a few, or give you a few ideas for some gift options with this. First of all, I'm going to take and stamp that border, or whatever you want to call this, with some smoky slate ink. So I'm just going to ink it up and stamp it down, and because it's clear, you can see right where you're placing these strips, which is so nice. It's easy to get them pretty even. They're never perfect, but that is part of the whole process, which is great. I have to laugh. I was at my daughter's last cross-country meet, and it was in Dubuque. And Dubuque is about an hour and a half from where I live on the Mississippi River. And it's a very lovely town. I was excited to go, except that I didn't necessarily have an extra 3 hours of drive time in my schedule. But so the way it works, this is kind of funny. The way it works is you drive to the place where the meet is, you watch your kid run, and then you drive home. So I drove an hour and a half each way to watch her run for approximately 23 minutes. And then I say, good job, and we go home. Well, in that time, I kind of left in a rush because you got to time everything just right, you know, and you don't want to be waiting around too long, but you don't want to get there late, because if you're late, you're going to miss it. So I pull up just as they are starting to get going, and I had to go potty really bad. Can you tell I'm a mom? Potty. I had to go to the bathroom. I might have drank like a big, huge jug of water in the car on the way there. Long story short, I felt like I was doing the potty dance. Part of watching cross country is that you run all over the course so you can see your kid run and cheer for them. At least I take that actually quite seriously. I cheer really loud. In fact, I told my daughter I left it all on the course. I cheered my heart out. In fact, my voice is still not quite 100%, but anyway. Okay, so let me get back to my card for just a minute. I'm going to ink this up and stamp this on here. Now, this is the panel that I'm going to place, I'm going to layer this, but I can also punch out my flower. So I stamped it on here. This is Bermuda Bay that I'm using. Okay, so I stamped that, and this punch is kind of sticking for me, so I'm just going to give it a light slam. And look, it pops right out. It's okay. You're not hurting the punch. These are pretty sturdy. I am not sure why it's doing that, but it works just fine, so I'm happy with it. And I punched a second flower. So I have these two. You can see I used up some of my background panel, but I'm covering the whole thing up so you won't even notice. It's no big deal. Okay. Now this is a great way to save paper, and it's not like this takes an obscene amount of paper, but if you don't happen to have scraps of the right size, it's really kind of handy. And I do have a minimum size requirement for saving scraps because I do go through kind of an obscene amount of paper in the course of even a week, actually, in prepping for my classes. So it's sometimes I don't have the right size available, or maybe I just used everything in a class because like I'll put out a bunch of scraps. So it's kind of handy to have this little tip in your back pocket, but it also is really handy if you want to save paper. Now where I get this, or where I really like this, is if you're using like our gold or silver glimmer papers or foil papers, because in a package you only get a couple sheets, so you don't want to waste that paper. I mean, that is as good as gold or silver or copper, right? Okay, so I took and punched one that I'd stamped and one extra one. I curled the leaves, as you can see, because it would kill me to just put this on here flat, right? I mean, that's just like a stamping sacrilege, I think. I have a couple of dimensionals. I'm going to put that on the back of the plain one, and then I'm going to put some adhesive on this so I can just put these offset from one another. Now I hope you guys don't mind that I'm doing this kind of break in seasonal cards, but you know, sometimes a girl just needs a regular card. Okay, so I placed that on there and it looks great. And when I look at this card, I love it. I think it's adorable, but it needs a little something something, you know? So I've got myself some silver metallic thread because I think silver goes nicely with the gray background. Of course, if you're doing crumb cake, then I would definitely look at gold or copper because that would be pretty. I could have also done black, but I don't really have any black accents in here, though I could have spritzed in black because you know I like to spritz. Okay, I'm going to put a strip going across the side, and the reason I chose across that way is because I'm going to put a banner right over it, so this will all get covered up, the adhesive will. And I just want to make sure my ends are touching in that adhesive. It's okay if this stuff off here isn't, but that's how I get that right there. Then, in true fashion, I don't want to waste any paper, so I have this left over from some other die cutting. I'm going to stamp a thank you, because after all, our theme is thankfulness. And I do have some thank you cards to send out. I like to send thank you cards for people who order from me, and I have some cards I need to get in the mail, so I need to make some cards so I can get them in the mail. Okay, so I punched my banner, and then I'm actually going to take, because you know how I am, I gotta jazz it up a little. I'm going to take this and just kind of wrinkle that end part as well as this end piece, just what's kind of shaded with the little lines. I don't know, I think that looks kind of fun. And then I will pop this up as well on top of my flower, like so. And then I will adhere it to a half a sheet of smoky slate cardstock. And I just love how simple these cards are. They're really nice looking, and I think this would be an absolutely wonderful gift. So if you are also looking at stamping from the gift giving perspective, these would be quick and easy cards to make, and wonderful to put a set of different colors with different greetings into a little box or a little bag for gift giving. And I will actually show you, I think I can show you an example of that. I can't remember if I used all my bags or not. So I'm going to do some spritzing because, come on, like I can get through a card without spritzing. There we go. I think that's fun. Another option for you could certainly be to add some enamel dots on here. That would be fun as well. So aren't these cute cards? Oh my gosh, I love them. Okay. Now I have some I'm trying to, I think I used up all my old, or my, not old, but my cello bags that were in the catalog. These ones are kind of small, but I'm not sure if these are current cello bags or retired cello bags, but we have cello bags, which is kind of the whole point. So if I took a bunch of these, and then what if I got some envelopes? Hold on, let me grab some. Be right back. Sorry, my envelopes are out in my classroom area because I give them out when people come to classes. So what if, I hope you know that this is all stuff I've thought of since I started this video. So I'm going to stamp the flower on there to coordinate, because everybody likes it when their stuff coordinates. So of course I can do one in each of the colors of my cards. And then I'm going to put it in a bag. Let me put the rest of the envelopes in here, because look at how cute this is. Oh my goodness. And then I can tie it up. Okay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Do you like how I'm thinking about this as I go? Well, let's see. Oops. I'm trying to decide on a ribbon. Oh, this one will work. I've got, this is our pool party ribbon. I love this ribbon. I just had to start a new roll here. So I can tie this on with the bow. And actually, the cello bags we have in the catalog, I think, are just a little larger than this, which means they'd work even better. So, yay. But I think I just used the last of mine. And I think these ones are older, but that doesn't mean I can't use them. So, anyway, I'll put this in here, tie this on like so, and then, I mean, hello, we need a gift tag, don't you think? That coordinates, because it all has to coordinate. And I'm thinking on the fly, guys. I hope you appreciate this. I'm just looking for, I have some 2-inch strips of cardstock cut. Or I thought I did. Maybe we'll do this one. And then I can use my scallop tag topper punch to make my tag, because that's perfect, right? And then I'll just grab a scrap. I had an emergency scrap backup just in case something went wrong with my card, you know, in the video, so I was prepared. See, when I'm prepared, these things don't go wrong. It's when I don't prepare that things happen. Okay, so there is that, and I'll just punch that out. And then I can do another banner that says thanks. And what a nice little gift this is. I really like this. I'm kind of proud of myself. Do you ever do the happy dance when you're stamping? Like, you make something that's really awesome, and then you have to do the happy dance because you're so proud of yourself? I haven't done it lately, but it is good. Okay, I had to find another emergency scrap so I could do the second one. I really like the second one. I think it just adds, really fills out the flower, you know. So it's all good. Okay. Are you digging this, you guys? I hope you are. I'm sure you're collectively out there nodding. Yes, Dina, it's wonderful. Okay, so see, doesn't that look better? It just does. Okay. Ooh, and then what we can do is I'm going to clean my thank you. And I'm going to use Pool Party ink. And stamp thank you down the side like so. And I think this would be such a nice gift, don't you? For sure. Put that on there. I love it. Okay, and then last but not least, well, of course we have to pop it up. I mean, that's a given. Oh, we can do another banner though. I'll just put that right. Well, I'll put it down. I'll put it down here. You can see that a little bit. I'll put my thread. I'm running out of time, darn it. Oh well. It's so much easier if you keep your movies under 15 minutes because then you can upload them directly from your phone and you don't have to get your computer involved. But I'll get my computer involved because it's worth the extra time. Just for you guys, because I love you. I really do. I really appreciate all your kind words. Now, of course, let me tell you, if you need more information, including all the details, the supplies, the colors, all of that goodness, it'll be on my blog. Sorry, since I'm using all these extra things, I have to grab extra papers. What happened to my border punch? Here we go. And I need my basic gray pad. Here we go. See, everything has changed since my original plan, because that's what happens when you stamp on the fly. Okay, so I'm going to do one more, except I stamped it bad, so let me restamp it. Good. There we go. Much better. See, I missed. We'll punch that out, although if I was smart, I would have stamped my greeting on there first, but oh well. Now, I think this would make an awesome hostess gift for like your upcoming holiday parties and events. You know, it's nice to give somebody a little something, something, especially something like this that you made that's so nice, so cute, and easy. I just love this. So I'll stamp thank you this time in Bermuda Bay to match. And of course, we'll pop it up because everything's better popped up. That sounds terrible, but it's true. Okay. Thank you. Sorry if that was out of the screen. Now, let's attach this to our card. I'm thinking white baker's twine is probably the best thing to attach it with. And we'll just trim that. Oh, my scissors is only right next to me. How many times a day do you, when you're sitting down to stamp, do you look for something and it's like literally right there? That happens to me all day, every day, all the time. Okay, I'm just going to, oh, and I would just like to point out that by a happy coincidence, my shirt matches my package. How convenient is that? Pretty awesome, right? I have this big bow, but I don't really need it to be a bow. I just need to tie it on there. Or maybe I'll do one of these where you tie it so it hangs there. That's cute. Oh my gosh. I'm so good. Can you even believe it? What a nice gift I just made. Yay. So there's a tag you can write on the back, you know, to whoever from your fabulousness. And there it all is. So check out my blog again. There'll be photos, details, links, all that good stuff, as well as if you order from me, which would you? I'd appreciate it. You get to become a Creativity Cave VIP, and I do all kinds of wonderful things for my VIPs, and I love them so much. They're so good to me, and I like to be good to them. So thank you guys. I am so happy I got to stamp with you. I hope you liked my potty. Did I finish my potty story? The moral of the story is if you have to run across a field and you're over a certain age and you may or may not have given birth more than once, the potty dance is tricky, and it's worth it to stop. That's all I'll say about that. Anyway, thanks guys. Bye-bye.